Welcome to Power Flow with Dina. Let's get started. Come to the top of your mat. Bring your hands together at heart center and let's close your eyes. And let's just begin with a little bit of breath awareness. So just get started by finding your regular breath. Not worrying at all about how it feels, how long it is, nothing at all, just finding that natural breath. And then beginning to breathe with intention, deepening and slowing your breath. And as you settle into the stillness, just notice where your mind goes. During class, as your mind leaves your current moment and possibly even leaves the space that you are in, just notice this and return your attention to your breath. Focusing on slowing the inhale breath. Maybe add a little pause at the top before exhaling. And again, possibly a pause at the bottom. And then try to find equalness in the length of the inhales and the exhale. Maybe adding a count. So inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, pausing, and then exhaling. 1, 2, 3, 4, pause. And just continue this slow, steady, rhythmic breathing. And you have the option to stay with that count of 4 or changing it up a little. Maybe adding another count. So turning it into 5 counts in, 5 out. You can hold those pauses at the top and the bottom of your breath for a little longer. And so as we move through our class and we begin to quicken our movements and we begin to work on challenging poses, notice what happens to your breath. Can you keep the consistency in the breath? Can you stay connected? Can you stay with the moment? And just as when we're working, when we pause, when we take a rest in a quiet space, just use that as an opportunity to come back to your sameness in your breath, that intentional breath that we have established now. And then go ahead and open your eyes. And on your next inhale breath, we're going to take the arms up and overhead. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Fold. Tadasana, rise to stand. Exhale and fold. Half lift. Fold forward. Tadasana. Root your feet, ground down and rise. Fingers to the ceiling. Fold forward. Half lift. Fold. Tadasana. Come all the way to stand. Fold forward. Half lift. This time on your exhale, plant the hands, bend the knees, and take a step back into high plank. Pause here. Breathing. Find one more inhale breath. Exhale, lower. Low plank, or go ahead and drop it all the way to the ground. Inhale, open the chest, cobra, baby cobra, or up dog. And then exhale, come back. You can come through hands and knees, or just flip over those toes and step it back into your down dog. For this first down dog, find a little bit of movement. And then as you are ready, pressing the center of the heels toward the floor, finding space between the fingers, finding the connection of the palms into your mat. Lifting the hips for the ceiling and then pressing back through the sits bones to the wall behind you. Finding one more inhale. Look to your hands as you exhale and prepare and walk, step, or you can hop to the top of the mat. Fold forward. Tadasana, come all the way to stand. Exhale, fold forward. Half lift. Plant the hands, step it back, hop it back. High plank to low. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, press it back. Breathing here. Allow the shoulders to move down and away from the ears. Finding expansion through the upper back. Equally pressing the center of the heel toward the floor. Inhaling. Exhale, prepare. Take a look at the hands. Walk, step, or float to the top of the mat. Fold forward. Tadasana. Come all the way to stand. Fold forward. Half lift. Plant those hands. Take it back. High plank to low plank. Open the chest with your inhale. Press it back with your exhale. Find one more full inhale and exhale. Inhaling. Look to the hands, take a bend in the knees as you prepare. Walk, step, or float to the top of the mat. Fold forward. Tadasana. Rise to stand. Exhale, fold it forward. Half lift. Fold again. Let's find ragdoll. We're going to separate our feet, hips distance, possibly a little wider. And then we're going to grab a hold of opposite elbows. You have the option to also allow those hands to drop toward the floor. So for this first down dog, we're going to keep those, ragdoll or forward fold. We're going to keep our knees soft. And we're going to allow the head, the upper back, the shoulders to just relax a little bit as we move it out. Maybe find a little movement. Releasing the neck. And then releasing the hands. We're going to bring the feet back together to touch. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Tadasana. Let's come all the way to stand. Exhale, fold forward. Half lift. Take it back. High to low plank. Exhale as you lower. Inhale. Open the chest. Take it back. Down dog. Right leg. Warrior one. To plant that foot between the hands, spin the back foot flat. Inhale, arms come up. So we're going to hang on right here to this first warrior one. Go ahead and take a look at your knee and your toes. We want them pointing straight ahead to 12 o'clock. Our hips might be turning a bit to the corner, that's fine, but let's go ahead and start to square up those shoulders to the top of the mat. Inhaling, and then exhale, sink it a little bit deeper. Find one more inhale. Humble warrior. Take a bind behind the back. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, hinge and fold. So we're going to allow the head to drop. Release the hands away from the back, or they can stay on the back. Keeping those warrior one legs with that low body. Allowing the crown of the head to draw toward the floor. Inhale, we're going to come up to stand. Release those hands, warrior one. Exhale, high plank to low plank. Step it back, lower with that exhale. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, press it back. Left leg, warrior one. Plant the foot, right leg spins flat. Rise with your inhale. Again, take a look at the left knee, the left toes. Should be pointing straight ahead. Hips are okay to the side, but those shoulders are going to line up with the front of the mat. Reach through those fingers with your inhale. Sink a little bit deeper with that exhale. One more inhale. Humble warrior. Take a bind behind the back. Open the chest with your inhale. Exhale, hinge. Fold it forward. Allow the head to drop to the inside of the left knee. Ground down through the feet. Keeping that bend in the left knee. Releasing the crown of the head to the floor. Release the bind. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, high to low plank. Plant the hands, step it back, and exhale, lower. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Now you have the option for every single vinyasa that we do. You can skip it. You don't have to take that high plank, low plank. You can take it straight back to your down dog or even to a child's pose. Now we're going to find that same series one more time, except we're going to move through the poses. One pose, one breath. So one more full inhale and exhale here. Right leg, warrior one. Plant the foot, left foot flattens. Inhale and rise. Humble warrior. Find the bind behind the back. Open the chest with your inhale. Hinge and fold with the exhale. We're going to take a full inhale here. Release the bind on the exhale. And inhale, rise to warrior one. Hands to the front foot, high to low plank. Lower with that exhale. Inhale, open. Exhale, press back. Take a breath. Left foot, warrior one. Rise with your inhale. Humble warrior. Find that bind. Open the chest. Exhale, fold. Inhale here. Release that bind with the inhale. Exhale. Inhale and lift. Warrior one. Hands to front foot. Step it back. High to low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Breathing here. One more time. Right leg, warrior one. Inhale and rise. Humble warrior. Find your bind. Inhale, open. Exhale, fold. Inhaling. Release. Inhale, warrior one. High to low plank. Plant the hands, take it back. Lower with your exhale. Open the chest. Press it back. Left foot, warrior one. Inhale and rise. Humble warrior. Find the bind. Open the chest. Humble warrior. Fold it forward. Take an inhale. Release the arms. Warrior one. Rise with the inhale. High to low plank. Plant the hands. Take it back. Lower. Inhale. Exhale. Take a look at the hands. Prepare, walk, step, or float to the top of your mat. Fold forward. Tadasana. Let's come all the way to stand. Fold forward. Big toe hold. Separate the feet again, hips distance. Maybe a little further this time. We're going to take peace fingers, wrap them around each big toe. You're going to extend through the spine, lengthen through that inhale. And then as you exhale, you're going to grab those toes, use them to pull your body down just a little bit lower. Allow those elbows to open out to the side. Soft knees are good. We're going to think about drawing the chest toward the thighs. And if we can find that contact, even better. Crown of the head releases to the floor. Release those toes. And step the feet back together to touch. Half lift as you inhale. Fold forward. Tadasana. Come all the way to stand. Fold forward. Half lift. Chair. Sink your hips. Lift your chest to the front of the room. So go ahead and start by picking up all 10 toes. Separate, spread, find a lot of distance between those toes. Ground down through the center of each heel, through the front of each foot. Find that contact with the floor and then lower the toes. Inhale, open that chest a little more. Exhale, sink a little deeper. Take the hands to heart center and we're going to twist to the right side. So you're going to hook your left elbow around the outside of the right knee. Press those palms together in the center and start to rotate. Twist and open up. You can stay here. Option is you can open the arms. You can find a bind or you can find a side crow. Choose whichever option you would like. We're going to hold this one for 3 more breaths. And then inhale to center. Fold forward. Half lift. Fold. Tadasana. Come all the way to stand. Fold forward. Half lift. Chair. One more time. Sink those hips. Lift that chest. Go ahead and find that pose again. Remember how we lifted those toes? We found the space. We ground down through the sole of our foot and then replace those toes. Each time, finding that. Bring the hands into heart center, and this time we twist to the left. So wrapping the right elbow to the outside of the left knee, pressing into the palms together and trying to rotate around that spine to press those palms into the center of the chest. So you can either stay, you can open it up, you can find a bind, or you can find that side crow or another arm balance. We've got 3 more breaths. We're going to inhale into center and fold forward. Half lift. Fold. Tadasana. Come all the way to stand. Fold it forward. Half lift. High to low plank. Plant the hands, step it back. Lower with your exhale. Inhale and open. Exhale, press back. Right leg, warrior 1. Inhale those arms up. Warrior 2 with your exhale. So open the fingers to the front and the back of the room. Chest is going to open to the side wall. Hips are going to open just a little bit more. Inhale, reach those fingers, opposite directions. Exhale, sink it a little bit deeper. Peaceful warrior. Left hand drops down the leg, right hand reaches tall, and then up and over. Finding that space from the right hip all the way through those right fingertips. Inhale, side angle. You can take the elbow to the knee. You can take the hand to the floor, or you can take the hand to a block. Inhale, open that chest to the side wall. Reach the fingers, the left fingers for the ceiling. Stay here. Option is you can reach those fingers overhead for an extended side angle. Inhale. Exhale. Warrior 2. Cartwheel the hands down. High plank to low plank. Lower. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left side, warrior 1. Plant the foot. Back foot spins flat. Arms up. So we've been here a few times already. Take a big inhale. Open up. Warrior 2. So take the gaze over the fingers that are forward. So in this case, our left fingers. Reach those fingers long. Reach the back fingers behind you. Take a look down at that knee and the toe. They should be lined up. They should be pointing straight ahead. Take a big inhale. A little deeper with that exhale. Peaceful warrior. Right hand drops. Left hand reaches way up and over. Side angle. Left elbow to the knee, or option, left hand to the floor or a block. Start to find that stacking. Open that chest to the side wall. Reach the right fingers tall. Stay here or make it a little bit longer. Reach the fingers overhead for extended side angle. Inhale. Exhale here. Warrior 2. High to low plank. Plant the hands, step it back. Lower with your exhale. Inhale and open. Exhale, press back. So just like earlier, we're just going to take it through those poses a few more times, a few more rounds, but not so much pausing in between. One breath, one move. So we're going to go a little bit quicker. So one more inhale and exhale to prepare. Right leg, warrior 1. Plant the foot, left hand spins flat, left foot spins flat. Inhale, exhale, warrior 2. Peaceful warrior. Reach it up and back. Side angle or extended side angle. Warrior 2. High to low plank. Plant the hands, take it back. Remember, you've always got that option. You can skip this vinyasa and go straight back into a down dog or even a child's pose if you need a little rest in between. Left leg, warrior 1. Inhale and rise. Warrior two, open up. Peaceful warrior, stretch it long. Side angle. Reach it up or extend it overhead. Warrior two. High to low plank. Step back and lower. Inhale. Exhale. One more round, right leg, warrior one. Rise with your inhale. Warrior two. Peaceful warrior. Side angle. Warrior two. High to low plank. Plant the hands, take it back. Inhale. Exhale. Left leg, warrior one. Warrior two. Peaceful warrior. Side angle. Warrior two. High to low plank. Lower with your exhale. Inhale and open. Exhale, take it back. Breathing here. Take one more inhale. Look to the hands, prepare, walk, step, or jump to the top of the mat. And fold. Tadasana, come all the way to stand. Fold it forward. Hands to foot pose. So go ahead and separate those feet one more time. This time you can go even further than before. And we're going to take the whole hand and place it under the foot. Sole of the foot meets the palm of the hand. Toes come into the creases of the wrist. Inhale, extend, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, fold a little deeper. Shake it out. And just like we did with that big toe hold, use the resistance in your hands and your feet to pull yourself down just a little bit lower. Bring yourself closer. Chest to thigh. Maybe soften through the knees to find that contact. Releasing the upper back, shoulders, neck. And then releasing the hands. Walk the feet back together to touch. Half lift with your inhale. Fold forward. Tadasana, come to stand. Reach it up and overhead. Exhale and fold. Half lift. High to low plank. Step it back. Inhale. Exhale. Right leg, warrior two. Plant the foot, spin the back foot flat, and go ahead and cartwheel those hands all the way around. Reach the fingers long to the front and back. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Maybe take it a little bit deeper into that front knee, your right knee. And then find triangle. Straighten both legs. We're going to reach the fingers forward, and then when you can't go any more forward, you're going to drop the hand down. So you can take the hand to a block. You can take it to your shin. If you've got the space, you can come a little lower, maybe even grab a hold of the big toe. And then start to open the chest to the side wall. Finding that stacking of shoulder on top of shoulder, reaching those left fingers long. And try not to dump the weight into the right hand. So just very lightly, wherever it is, resting it on the shin, block floor, wherever you are. And then inhaling, come up to stand. And we're going to turn the toes to face the wall. So I'm going to have my back to you as we find our wide-legged fold. So take the hands to the hips. We're going to inhale and open through the chest. And then hinge and fold. hands under the shoulders, pause here. Find one more inhale. And then exhale, take it down a little bit deeper. So from here, you've got a choice. You can leave the hands to the floor. You can line up fingertip to fingertip, or maybe fingertip to heel. If you want to, you can reach those hands even further through the legs. You can reach for the tops of the feet, or maybe peace fingers around those big toes. Lots and lots of options, as well as finding an inversion, maybe tripod headstand, or some other wide-legged variation. So notice where you feel your weight in your feet. In our wide-legged folds, we tend to sit back into our heels. So if you feel your weight there, go ahead and start to shift a little bit forward. Find that balance. We don't want to be in our toes either. So we want to find that happy medium from the heels and the front of the foot. Just like our other forward folds, releasing the neck, releasing the shoulders, finding, grounding the crown of the head toward the floor. And then on your inhale, we're going to halfway lift and take the hands underneath the shoulders and exhale there. And then the hands are going to come to the hips. We're going to soften through the knees and inhale and rise. And turn to face the front of the mat for pyramid. So the feet are going to come in closer together. Your option is more challenging. It's going to be to line up the feet. A little less challenging is going to be to find some space between the feet. So choose your variation. We'll start with that fold forward. So hands can either be on the floor or surrounding that front foot, or you can also use blocks here. Extend that spine with your inhale. Release, fold with the exhale. So think about drawing that right hip toward the back of the mat. At the same time, left hip coming to the front of the mat. So what we're looking for is that our hips line up as far as their distance to the top of the mat. Half lift as you inhale. And then we're going to find a twist in this pose. So our left hand is going to stay to the floor. Right hand, you can either take it to your hip and turn and look over the shoulder, or you can reach those right fingers for the ceiling. Again, right hip draws to the back of the mat. Rotate the round that spine, open that chest to the side. One more inhale. Fold forward. Take the left foot, step forward to meet the right. Halfway lift. Fold forward. Tadasana. Ground down through your feet as you rise to stand. Fold it forward. Half lift. Plant the hands high to low plank. Take it back. Lower with your exhale. Inhale. Open the chest. Press back with that exhale. Left leg, warrior two. Plant the foot. Spin the back foot flat. Go ahead and cartwheel those hands up. And then let's deepen this pose. Reach the fingers long. Open through the front of the chest as you expand, reaching those fingers out. And then as you exhale, sink it a little bit deeper. Taking a look at that left knee, left toes. Make sure they're pointing toward the front of the room. And then inhaling, triangle. Reach those fingers forward. Drop the left fingers. Shin, block, floor. You can find that bind. And then start to find the stack. Left shoulder, right fingers. Finding that engagement, not dumping into this left arm. And then inhale, we're going to rise to stand and find our second wide-legged fold as we turn our feet to face the opposite wall. This time, maybe find a different variation. You can find that bind behind the back, or you can find a different variation altogether. So inhale, open the chest. Exhale, fold. You can come straight into it, or you can take that pause, half lift, find a little more extension, and then fold again. So again, as we start to settle into it, notice where your weight falls into your feet. Start to find a little bit of balance, which typically means we're going to have to come forward into our toes, just because of how we naturally find ourselves in these forward folds. And that can feel a little bit scary, but just know that if you fall over, the floor will catch you. No worries, it's always there. And then on our inhale, we're going to half lift and pause here. Exhale. Take the hands to the hips, soften the knees, and rise to stand. Turn to face the front of the mat for pyramid. So again, find that width of your feet first, then find your distance. We'll start with that hinge forward. Lengthen through the spine as you inhale. Sink and fold with that exhale. So this is our pose that we want to start to find the same distance of each hip with the top of the mat. So typically that means we need to draw the left hip back this time. Draw the right hip forward. Half lift with that inhale. And then we'll find our twist. Right hand to the floor, left hand to the hip, or reach the left fingers for the ceiling. One more inhale. Release the hands, step the right foot to meet the left, fold it forward. Half lift, fold, and then we're going to roll it up. Come all the way up to stand. Head and shoulders come up last. And then we're going to find some balance poses. So I'm just going to turn to face you, the front of the mat. So we're going to start with our dancer pose, or dancer on the right side. So we're going to take the top of the right foot into the right hand. Inhale, lift the left hand by the ear, or left arm by the ear. And then as you exhale, you're just going to start to hinge from the hips, extend that chest forward, but keeping it open. Reaching those left fingers for the front of the room, and then pressing the top of the right foot into the right hand. Find your drishti, find that space somewhere in front of you to focus. And we're going to inhale, come up to find stork. Flex through that right foot, warrior three. I'm going to turn to the side, or otherwise I'm going to hit the wall behind me. So start to press that heel to the wall behind you. You can leave your arms extended by your ears. You can bring your hands to heart center, or you can reach those hands back for airplane. You've also got the option, you can ground this warrior three, which seems to be what's going to be the best option for me today. So pressing that heel to the back, toes to the floor, opening through that chest. And inhale, we're going to come back up for stork. Eagle. Cross our right leg over the left. Right arm is going to come under the left. We're going to find that bind, and we're going to start to sink it. So again, that drishti is important. Find that spot somewhere in front of you to focus. Sinking those hips a little bit lower, but at the same time, lifting those elbows and arms a little bit taller. And then inhale, we're going to open it up, and we're going to switch sides. So I'm going to stay this way so I don't hit the wall this time. So we're going to start with that dancer on the left. So ground down through the right foot, top of the left foot into the hand, right arm by the ear. Inhale, reach and extend long. Exhale, start to hinge, taking the chest forward, taking the right fingers forward, but at the same time, pressing that left foot into the left hand. Find your gaze. If you fall out of it, just like me, take that break, come right back to it. We're going to come into stork. So you're going to rise, bring that left knee to your chest, flex through that left foot, warrior three. So again, choose your arm variation. You can take airplane arms, you can take hands to center, hands overhead, or again like me, find that grounded warrior three. Extend that left leg. Soften through your standing leg. Energetically press the left heel to the back of the room, but at the same time, the crown of the head toward the front of the room. Rise to stork. Again, flex that knee. Flex the foot, the ankle. Eagle on the left. Left leg crosses over right. Left arm under the right. And then start to sink it into the hips. Keeping that gaze forward, keeping the chest lifted. Lifting those elbows a little bit taller. Inhale, unwind. Come to the top of the mat. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale and fold. Halfway lift. Plant those hands, take it back. High plank, hold here. So we're going to inhale, lower to low plank. Hold. Inhale to high plank. Hold. Take an inhale. Low plank. Hold. Inhale. Exhale. High plank. Hold. One more time. We're going to take a big inhale and then slowly lower for 5, 4, 3, 2, and come all the way down. We're going to find locust. So extend the legs down the mat, extend the arms down the mat, and then we're going to take the palms down, fingertips reaching toward the feet, taking that gaze forward. And on an inhale, we're going to lift legs, arms, chest, shoulders, head from the mat. Reach those fingers toward the toes. Reach the toes to the wall behind you. Keep breathing as you take that gaze to the floor. Maybe take that gaze forward, but definitely keep it low. Inhale and exhale. Drop one ear to the floor. And then we're taking a bind behind the back for round 2. So when you're ready, inhale and lift. Again, toes reaching toward that wall behind you. This time the knuckles reaching toward those heels or toward the toes. Keep that gaze low. Find one more inhale. Release the hands, lower the opposite ear to the floor. This time, arms come overhead. Palms face each other in the center. One more round. As you inhale, we're going to lift it all from the floor. Breathing here. Two more breaths. Inhale. Release on that exhale. You can take the hands, place them underneath the face, underneath the ear. And then plant the hands under the shoulder, press it back. Find your child's pose. Hips to heels. You can keep the knees together or you can take them wide, whichever one feels right at the moment. And then we're going to come up first to hands and knees, and then we're going to swing the legs around. We're going to find boat pose. So ground the sits bones into the floor, sit up nice and tall. Sit back just enough until you find that engagement right here in the core, and then you've got options with your legs. You can keep the toes on the ground. You can alternate one toe or the other. Hands can come behind the knees. They can come to the sides of the knees. They can reach for the opposite wall. And then of course you can also extend those toes even taller. Keep that chest open to the front. Keep lifting tall through that spine. Inhale. Lower for low boat. Inhale and lift, high boat. Low boat. High boat. Low boat. High boat and hold here. We're going to take the hands behind the head. Bicycle combined with our high boat. So keep it lifted. Think about pulling opposite knee to elbow, or if you can get it up higher, knee to shoulder. Let's get 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back into our high boat. Lower down. Take those arms overhead. Reach nice and long. Fingers and toes in opposite directions. Let's pull both knees into the chest. And let's start to rock and roll forward until we come all the way up, and you can roll over those knees. And then we're going to find a pigeon on the right side. So go ahead and bring that right knee to the top of the mat. Start to reach that left leg long across the mat. Reach the toes out in the nice long line. So take a look back. You want the top of the knee, top of the foot to the floor. If you need to place something underneath the hip so that you can find a little more ease and release in that hip, go right ahead. You have the option of keeping this one lifted, or you can lower it down into a sleeping pigeon. A few breaths here. As we're starting to move from that working phase into a little more relaxed phase, you can also start to relax that breath just a little bit. Not working so hard on that focused inhale and exhale. Just finding it a little bit easier. And then inhale, we're gonna rise. And we're gonna take that left leg that's behind, and we're gonna swing it all the way to the front of the mat. Keeping that bend in the right knee, we're gonna find a seated tree. So line up the body over the extended leg, flex that foot, inhale, find the extension through the spine, nice and tall. Keep that extension as you hinge, fold forward over the leg that's extended. At the end of your exhale, pause. Find a little more length as you inhale again, and then continue that exhale. And then find one more round of that pause and extend, and then exhale and release. And then we're going to rise with our inhale and find pigeon on the left. So left knee to the top of the mat, right leg extends. Again, top of the knee, top of the foot to the floor. Take a look at the toes, make sure they point to the back. Let's keep a good flex in this left ankle. And again, you can keep your hips, you can keep your upper body lifted, or you can start to lower down. And then on your inhale, we're going to lift, and we're going to take that right leg and swing it all the way around to the front. Right leg extends, keep that bend in the left leg. Go ahead and square yourself up over that extended leg. Find the length as you inhale, and then start to bring it forward with the exhale. Again, 3 times, we're going to find that inhale, lengthen, and then exhale and lower. One more. And then we're going to breathe. And then on your inhale, we're going to rise. Go ahead and bring both knees in close to the body, and we're just going to start to roll it to our back. And then we're going to find our inversion. So for me, we're going to just find a nice, relaxed, and easy inversion, taking our feet over our heart. If you practice regularly another variation and you'd like to try it and you feel comfortable doing this at home, you have that option. But if you're not quite so sure about it, then just follow me, and we're just going to find this nice, easy inversion. So you can do this one here on the middle of the floor, or you can also take it to the wall. But we're just going to simply extend our legs up, taking the time to make sure that our ankles, knees, and hips line up. We're going to keep our legs active, and to do that, we're going to flex the ankles, we're going to press the heels and the entire sole of the foot toward the ceiling. And we're going to draw the toes back so that they point overhead. And just allow the arms to extend by your side, reaching those fingertips to the wall opposite. Find space in your neck. Start to draw the top of the head toward the wall behind you. And then we're going to bend both knees, hug them into the chest, and then release the feet to the mat. Go ahead and find the feet close to the edge of the mat. We'll extend our arms out like a T, or you can also cactus your arms. And we're just going to drop the knees to one side. And then we're going to take the head and we're going to turn and look to the opposite shoulder. And if you feel like you could use a little bit more twisting or stretching, a few options here. You can start to slide that leg that's lower and stack it on top. You can stay here if you'd like to have a little bit more. You can continue to move that leg that's on top. Reach for the outer edge of that foot and extend that leg. Again, if you want just a little bit more, you can start to reach that left hand or the opposite hand down for the top of the foot and then pull that heel toward the hip. And then we're going to start to unwind that the same or pretty much opposite of how we got into it. So we'll release the foot, release the leg that's extended, we'll stack. We'll start to draw those feet toward the edges of the mat and then bring the knees back into center. And then we'll switch sides. So drop the knees to the opposite side. You can stay here, turn, take that gaze over the shoulder behind you. If you want more, then you start to slide that foot up or leg up and stack. And if you want more, you're going to take that leg up even further and extend. I'm not going to show you because I hit the wall. You're going to reach and grab the outer edge of that foot. And then again, if you want just a bit more, you're going to take that hand that's behind, reach down, grab the top of the foot, and pull that heel in close to the hip. And then we're going to slowly unwind, release the foot, release the extended leg, start to stack, and bring it back into center. And then one more time, we're going to bring the knees into the chest. And let's open those knees wide and find happy baby. So reach down, you can reach for shins, ankles, outer edges of the feet, and then start to draw the knees either toward your armpits or at least to the outer edges of your body. You can stay here or add a little movement to it. And then whenever you're ready, we'll bring it back through center. Take a moment to find any additional poses that your body is calling for before extending those legs and finding your final relaxation. If you have a wall handy, you can take legs up the wall, or you can just stretch out and extend across your mat. Take up all the space and then relax.